I'd like to quickly introduce our next participant, Mr. Sabrilan Khan. He's the director of the UN Global Alliance for Information and Communication Technologies and Development. I had to read that. Please.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much for inviting me to this wonderful conference. Global Alliance for ICT and Development has been a partner in organizing this event in the last 2 years, once here in New York and once in Nairobi, and we are very, very proud that this process is developing further, and I've heard the discussions this morning, and also I was briefed by my colleague Serge about the previous 2 days that you have had a wonderful event. I was told that I have a kind of a written presentation, but I was told that I need to talk less, so I'll be happy to do so. I think that may also contribute to the greenness of this of this event. I wanted to say a word about, of course, first of all, to say how well this event is organized, thanking the host, the UNICEF and CEB Secretariat. But I wanted to say a word before I talk about the next steps and the future plans, which is the topic of this morning, about the Global Alliance. I am not a technician. I am not a technical person. I don't know anything how to run a website or how to manage platforms or link them up and so forth. But our goal is a broader one, how to make the UN system engage in information and communication technology tools for 2 purposes, both external and internal. External, how to help the UN help the world engage in information and communication technologies as a strategic tool for advancing the Millennium Development Goals. The Global Alliance mission basically is in the follow-up to the World Summit on Information Society to help transform the thinking and practice of development by using ICT. Now, this is a very tall order. But I think it is doable because if you look at the experience, even of the last 5 years, we have had a remarkable transformation in the thinking about development that is taking place in the world and the practice that is taking place, particularly in the least developed countries in Africa and in South Asia. We have had this remarkable revolution on mobile telephony, which we are all aware of. But we do not see what happened behind it, which is that there was this movement to engage developing countries' governments, the donor community, and the UN system to come on a single platform for a dialogue on what needs to be done to diffuse, apply, and use information technology tools as instruments for development, for achieving health goals, for achieving educational goals, for improving e-governance, for improving participatory approach, democracy, what was talked about by our colleague from UNDP, and also to achieve environmental goals, what was talked about by UNEP. I think the 2 previous first generation efforts in that regards, the UN ICT Task Force and the G8 Dot Force, worked together with the UN system and the World Bank and many of the developing countries' governments to lay down the foundation, which was transformation in the policy environment and the liberalization of markets in terms of competition in the telecom sectors and in opening up and creating the institutional capacity for regulation and management of the change that was coming. So what happened during those 5 years, let's say between 2002 and 2005 and 6, was the background and the foundation for what happened in mobile telephony revolution. Now, we are the second generation. The Global Alliance for ICT and Development is a second generation attempt to move that agenda forward, to bring it to the Web 2.0 concept by saying that all the stakeholders need to engage in a much greater, at a much greater level and on a much larger scale in this dialogue and partnership building, really a public-private people's partnership approach, which will create the networks which would respond, the human networks that need to be created, which would respond to the technology that is evolving so fast. And I think what is happening today is a very good indicator of what can be achieved. The idea that the convergence that is taking place between mobile platforms and the internet and the satellite and wireless telephony. And if that can be really brought together and the UN system can, first of all, modernize itself. The second part of our mission is to help also the UN system to modernize itself. And to just a digression, that I worked very hard with the UN ICT managers group under the CEB in the last 4 or 5 years to really help create a UN system-wide information communication technology strategy. And we worked with the General Assembly, and the General Assembly has been adopting a resolution every year on that subject, and the CEB Secretariat and CEB itself. But the progress that has been made has been very slow, despite the fact that we saw this illustration this morning, that despite the fact that many organizations are creating new Web 2.0 type of tools, and we have done that in our website. We started with a static website, and we have modernized it, and now we have a dynamic website. Said you can move to that the new website that we have, which has all the community-based social collaboration tools and ability to communicate on a much non-hierarchical level and be able to engage all the stakeholders in a conversation. But all of this is being done. Knowledge management is being built into these websites. All of this is being done by many organizations in the system. But the question is the system moving together or not? And in my view, humble view, it is not so far moving together in a comprehensive and coherent way. And I think that big gap is one of the next steps that we need to address.